Well, hello, Flosstube world. It's Michael and I again today, and we are the Stitch and Duo. It's been a few weeks. We try to go every 2 weeks, but we extended an extra week just because of our work schedules. And I think I had said before I'm in finance, so end of year's been rather crazy, like a little crazy. Um, and then we also are now in Winter Wonderland. I can have Michael post some pictures at the end. Out where I live, it's just beautiful out here with all the snow. So I think we got about 6 inches of snow yesterday and last night, and so it's really, really pretty. Um, we've been really lucky this
Everyone
winter,
say
though. We
hi.
haven't had,
Everyone say hi to Gizmo.
yep, and we have a friend in our video today, Gizmo. My grand cat is in the video. So that's going to be exciting. He loves to look outside and in the
I think
sunshine. I think
I
he
think
wants to
he's
get
trying
out,
to,
but that's not happening.
I think he's trying to find where he wants to sunbathe.
hmm Yeah, yeah. And yeah. So my cat is out on the sun porch and she's already bathing in the sun. She's had her breakfast and she's very happy. So she's all stretched out. So she's having a good time. Um, so yeah, so we've just been super busy the last few weeks just with work. So we're really happy to be back with everybody. We just like to thank everybody that's continuing to follow us, and we're just having a really
Yes,
good
thank you.
time and kind of learning everything. And um, so yeah, just thank you for that. And I really appreciate all of you continuing following. So on our last video, we drew a drawing for a giveaway for $25 to Grand Stitchery for 100 subscribers, which was really fun. And Lynn won. So we just want to congratulate Lynn again. So and thank her for continuing to follow us as well. And I will see her at StitchCon, I believe. So that'll be great. So you're here to hear about our stitching. We've got a little bit done. I've got some Whipco, so I'm gonna one or two of my whips I'm going to just roll into my whip go. So you'll see those a little bit later on. But before we get started, how about Nashville Needlework? Have you all seen the videos coming in, the Instagrams? Did you get your pre-order list in? So I got my pre-order list in weeks ago. Super excited. Can't wait to get that. I think my order is just waiting on a cookbook and the cookbook. So I'm super excited to get some of those, the new patterns from the designers this year. They were just amazing, just amazing.
Yeah, mom,
Michael, have you seen
mom
any
got
of
me a
the
surprise,
national?
but she won't tell me what it
Yeah,
is.
right. Yep. I heard Michael a surprise. So hope I would think by the next video he should have that. I
And
hope.
and
Um,
hashtag Garage Stitchery, they told me specifically I have to update them on my progress.
That's right. Yep. She's got to post his progress. So it'll be exciting to get that forwarded to him. So yeah, but it was amazing. And I watched a lot of pictures that were posted, a lot of videos. Pam and Steph would just keep stitching. They just posted a video this week and talked about it. Ground Stitcheries came out last night and I started watching it this morning. Kind of fast forwarded a little bit to the fabric they brought back. Oh my gosh. And some new designers that they brought of fabric. So I have to go back today and watch the whole entire thing. Start another wish list, I think. Yeah, I have to start another wish list. Yeah, because fabrics are just beautiful. So that'll just be
You
more I
can
can add
never
on.
have enough wish lists.
That's right. That's right. So I'm excited. So I'm excited about that and to see more videos that come out from Nashville, and it looked like everyone had a wonderful, wonderful time from from our designers to our store owners, whether they have a brick and mortar or online store. So congratulations to everybody that brought back and everybody that supports the local needlework shops. That is very, very important to me. I try to support a couple each year. I pick different ones each year. So we need to keep supporting them so that they can stay open and do well. So here we go. Let's get into our stitching. Um, Michael has a new start and a whip or in a whip at the same time. So I'm going to let him go first. I have no new
Alrighty.
starts. Mine are all whips today.
So, I've been talking about starting a project for my younger sister-in-law. She the funny story about this one is I was given it as a Christmas gift, but it technically isn't a gift for me. It is a gift for her. So,
I've done a few
um
of those.
yeah, so it is it's Beauty and the Beast. She is obsessed with Belle.
Hmm.
So, I got a part way through it. It's a dimensions project. It's 14 count and it's on white Ada.
Hmm.
Um, there's tons of colors to it. But it hasn't been too bad on the confetti, so that's been kind of nice. But this is where I'm at so far.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because you hadn't gotten any blue in it at all when I saw it last. That's beautiful. You're doing a great
Yeah.
job, Michael. That's really, really pretty.
My needle's been on fire with this one.
It has. Yes, it really has. Yep. Because last time I saw it, he just had part of Belle done. And so now the blue's beautiful, absolutely
Oh yeah, the
beautiful.
the the
That's going to
blue
be
has really made
gorgeous.
it pop.
Hmm. Yeah, that is absolutely gorgeous. Well, wonderful. Do you have any other whips that you worked on the last couple weeks?
I have not. I was planning on working on Snow White and the Iowa, and then I started on this Beauty and the Beast and I'm as mom knows, I'm nicknaming it B and B. Um,
Yeah.
and it's just taken all my attention. I'm having too much fun stitching on this.
And that's great because that's what stitching is all about. It is about, enjoying what you're stitching on, having a good time. And if that's bringing you joy, that's what you should be stitching on. Absolutely. And yeah. And so, you'll get to your others and you'll incorporate them in. So that's great. And she'll love that. She'll absolutely love that. So I have two that I've worked on, even though I've been working a bunch, I always try to at least stitch an hour every night, even if I get home late, just because it like calms me from the work day, the
Yeah.
craziness of the work day, even though I work with numbers all day, still counting at home is okay. Um, so I try to stitch a little bit, at night, and I did get a little bit on the weekends. So I'm almost done with, I think the last video I showed a gift I was making for my friend. And that is the Brenda Gervais called Our Hearts. And I'm sorry that I don't have the pattern with me. It's in the other room. But this is where I'm at. So I'm sort of at the top. I'm working on the two gals up there. And then I have right up here, I have one more. I need to finish them, their hat and boots. Then I have one more flower to put up here. So I'm
Nice.
using Fortnite Fabrics, 18 count, um, called Pantry, I believe. And then um, and I am using a
It's
color and
really
cotton
coming out good.
conversion. Thank you, thank you. I took my color and cotton threads that I get every month and I did a conversion. So if anybody's interested in the conversion, just let me know and I be happy. And this part right here was like a man and a woman. So I just changed it to two gals with and did our favorite colors. So Tam's favorite color is purple and mine's blue. So I went ahead and changed that. But I love the variegation right here on my flowers. I just thought those came out really, really pretty.
Yeah, those really
So
those really turned
I'm
out
really
turned out
excited.
awesome.
I'm really excited about that one.
Really like your
So does
idea with the with
everybody?
really like your idea with the dresses.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah,
kind of
because
cool.
then that way it's our friendship, we're both gals. And so,
More personal.
um, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And put kind of our own color in there a little bit. So, yeah, I'm
Mhm.
super excited. Can't wait till she gets it. I can't post it on social media till after she gets it because I don't want her to realize that, she has a gift. So if you all remember, and Michael tagged it really nicely in our last video, I had a little frogging problem. So on my Catherine Theron piece, Amazing Grace, I had to frog out like the whole top and the whole side. So that was enjoyable. I am not a frogging person, but and I thought, well, maybe I could just make it work. Well, no, because this kind of border really needs to be right on and even across. So I did get a little bit of stitching on that to start putting the border back in. So this is as far as I have on this. So I started right in this area and I've started back up. I've been counting like 3 or 4 times to make sure everything's even. I even went across to the other side to make sure it's even. So that one
Every 10
we'll get
rows,
back on that one.
she's probably recounting,
Yeah.
making sure everything's on.
Yes. Yeah, because like, okay, I don't want this to happen again. Because I do have problems with borders. You're gonna find out in a little while because I had another problem with the different piece that's on my whip go that I'm gonna start for the third time. How many people out there are with me? You have to start over the borders. So I think on that one, I'm just gonna start in the
Oh.
middle. But
Well,
we'll
I
get
mean,
there.
I do kind of understand where you're coming from. I had to start uh Snow White 3 times to get it right, finally.
Yeah, yeah. And since I'm doing more of like a sampler type stitching that I've never done before, that's had a lot of borders and beautiful borders. I mean, they're gorgeous. Um, so I think I'm really gonna have, and I'm normally a bottom right stitcher. Um, or I do the center. If it's really intricate, I'll start in the center. So I think this one I'm going to go back to the center instead of trying to do it on the bottom right, because my bottom right's obviously not working because I'm making a mistake somewhere. Um, so yeah, so that'll be fun. I'll show you all that in a few minutes. So Michael, did you want to talk about your whip go, or you're not working on any of your whip go right now, right?
No. I've been working
You
on B and
will.
B. I've
Yeah,
lost all focus on anything else.
right. Yeah. So I'm a little behind. My February is behind, but that's okay. I have all year to work on that. So that's all right. So I'm going to roll into my March Whipco, which one of them is Glendon Place, the Spooktown Square, which is really fun. It's got 12 squares around and then the center with the moon and a couple dancing. So
What
I
mom
have
has
been
done on it
able
so far,
to,
it's pretty cool. I told
yeah,
her once she's done, I have to have the pattern.
yeah. Yeah, because they love Halloween too. So I am stitching on 28 count Laguna from Fortnite Fabrics, and it's a very pale, like lavender color with the modeling. And I have finished 2 squares.
Nice.
They're cute. And then I have begun the third square um and then this is the third square right here. And then, so I'd like to get a couple more squares done. I'd like to at least get the 4 across for this month. That would be great. And I have to work on this an hour a day for 30 days. So that's pretty good. I think I'm only behind like 2 days. So that won't be too bad. And then I got the Little House Needleworks Kringles, which is this one that it's been out for a little bit and I'm a little behind. So I have this. So I have, let's see if
Are
I
you
got,
still gonna
so
change the
I
name?
have this one done. Yes, I think I'm going to put our last name in for Kringles. So I need to chart that out. So I will do that section last because I need to chart out our last name and um, put that there. So where I'm at so far, and this requires 10 hours for the month of March, which that shouldn't be so bad, especially over a weekend. So here I have the first window almost done.
Nice.
And some of
It's
some
so
of the
cute, the
porch
little
I
gingerbread
started.
man.
Mhm. Yes, and this is done on 18 count called for. And I apologize that I do not have that card with me. But it's really, or actually it's not called for. The called for is a lighter color, but I chose this and this is an 18 count. And I thought it was just a really neat piece to put
That's pretty.
to put crinkles on. So let's talk about the one I'm going to start the third time. This is Teresa Kogut. I'm loving her patterns, absolutely loving her. I need to join her Patreon as well. And the land that I love, my other stitchy friend here that's in Embroiders Guild, we both started it a year ago, January 1st. And she's got a little bit of the border done. Well, I've had to restart. I'm going to restart again. So here is Teresa Kogut's Land That I Love. Some stitchers I've seen that are doing it, it's just gorgeous, gorgeous.
If I
So
remember
I am
correctly,
going
it's a big
to,
piece, isn't it?
it's pretty large. So it is, let me tell you how large this is. So this is going to be 288 wide by 292 high. And she did this on 35 count linen. I'm doing mine on probably 36 count, or I mean 18 count Ada or 32 or 36 count linen. So I need to go in my stash and see what I want to, I have all of the threads. So I want to go and pull all my threads and do a color on some fabrics and decide which way I want to go with fabrics. Most likely a color in cotton fabric, or I have some more Fortnite fabrics too, as
Oh,
well.
so it's easily going to
So
be
that's going to be a
be
restart.
about 2 feet by 1.5 feet by the time you're done with it.
It's going to be, well, on 35 count, the design is 16 and a half by 16 and 5/8.
Oh, so
So
yeah,
yeah, so it's going to
it's
be pretty large. Mhm. But I'm excited. I love it. It's, with your dad being in the service and everything, and I like doing the patriotic things, and I really, really like this one. I'm just struggling with getting it started. I've just made like just some mistakes. Like, and one mistake I couldn't even figure out. And I'm like, I don't know what I did wrong. I went back and so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna restart. Just gonna restart this time. And maybe I just need to go hide somewhere, not have the TV in front of me, go out on the porch and just really focus on making sure I get this one right. So I think today I'm going to go downstairs and pull fabrics and just do with the threads and try to figure out which direction I want to go with what color. So I am excited to start it again. I know that it will be, I know that, it'll be good once I get it started.
I must be a bad influence
You must be. Why would you say that?
because you've been working on more and more big things.
Yeah. Well, I have started larger projects in like the last couple years. But even though I'm on large projects, I still work in like some smaller things just so, I can get some things done. I'll go work on a few smalls or a couple Christmas ornaments or just some smaller items. Yeah. But Whipco is though really helping me focus on the bigger items like the Spook Town. So I got two full squares done and I'm excited about them. Now that I've seen them. I'm like, oh my gosh, these are so cute. So I really want to get to the next one and then the next one. And I think, and as you start getting more in on your fabric and it starts coming to life, then I think that's when it's going to really help me and I can really see that it's, coming together. And the colors in Spooktown are beautiful. They're just bright and vibrant, which I really like too. So there's my whip go. So hopefully I'll have a really good update in 2 weeks. So that would be really, really good. The other thing that Michael started the 75,000 challenge. So you want to give us an update on how that group's going?
Yeah. Um. So I am at a whopping 8,341.
Okay.
Where are you at?
I am roughly at 19,000. So to meet the challenge, it's roughly 6,200 stitches a month.
Yep,
So,
6250.
but I figure more stitching other months than, there's more months that you stitch more. Like in the winter, I think you stitch more in the winter because you're home. And if you live in a winter climate, there's just not, and you've gotten snow or whatever, and it's cold, you're inside or you're finishing your items or, so I think I do more stitching in the winter time. I stitch when I travel. Um, and then I have actually a couple retreats this year, which I'm really hoping pushes my, whips forward, like my big projects forward, which would be great. Hmm. Yep. So, and then of course you like the full coverage. I mean, you're a full coverage stitcher. So yeah. Yep. But there's
Yeah,
some
but
people in
my
the group
two,
really, I mean, they're really moving along. Like they're going to be
oh
at
yeah,
75,000 before like this end of summer. I mean, they're
I
doing so
think,
good.
I think, I think Brenda finally posted past 75 the other day.
Mm.
She's already done.
Yeah.
It's only
Yeah, a couple
March.
people, yeah. And and it depends on how much you can stitch, I mean,
Yeah,
so people working, like I have the evenings and the weekends or my lunchtime, sometimes I'll stitch. Um, and if you're retired or you're at home and you can get a few extra hours in during the day, which is great. Everybody stitches, what they can. And yeah. And for me, it's like I'm not a big confetti stitcher. I have a hard time with because you have to keep changing your thread and even though I have one of those, oh shoot, what do they call it? I have the cream color like bar where you can stick in all your needles with all different color threads and you can write your symbols on a little piece of paper. So I have that I've done before with like big projects that, that I'm working on. And that has helped. That helps speed things up, a little bit. But you're parking your threads too. And so I
on
think
my
that's
big
a big help as
projects.
well. Yeah. Yeah. Um, and I think that's great, the stitchers that can, do that technique because that's really great. So, we could get into our haul if you'd like. Do you have any new items? No new items. So I have a few. I have a couple. Well, my Color and Cotton Club came in,
Mom
so I
always
wanted to
has
show you
haul.
those. Yeah, I know. I always do. Well, I belong to, Color and Cotton Club and one of in Garon's fabric club. So I went for it this year to help build up my stash of more fabric. Like I need more fabric, but I do. I really do need more fabric. So now I'm just kind of like building up my stash. So anyway, so I'm excited about that. So if you haven't received your March Color and Cotton fabric or thread of the month, you might want to fast forward like 3 or 4 minutes because I don't want to spoil that for you because the colors were wonderful this month. Like they are every month.
Yeah,
Angela does an amazing job.
mom text me yesterday. Um, I think when I was on one of my breaks, and it was they are very pretty.
Like, look at this. Isn't this exciting? Yes. So here is the primitive colors that I get, which are the five.
I love that blue.
Blue is just
Like
beautiful.
a
Yep.
it's like a
Absolutely
like
love
a baby
those.
blue.
And then I get five of the bright colors. And I just love how she names them because they're like the sidewalk chalk, I think is just the orange. She has a sidewalk chalk. Isn't that
I
just
like
neat?
that.
And
I like
raincoat.
that. I like that like light lavender and purple. It's really
Mhm.
pretty.
And that one is African violet. And then greenhouse is the green and um, crepe myrtle and then the raincoat. Yeah, these are just beautiful, vibrant colors. These will be great on some ornaments like Halloween and Christmas ornaments. And um, and then with that, I got the fabric.
My cats have the zoomies.
Mm. So the fabric this month I get 28 count cashmere linen, and this is what is considered waterfall. This is just gorgeous. Can you see the variegation?
Yeah, so you need to take that and put it in my box to send to me.
No, I think a Mirabilia would be beautiful on this one. Absolutely stunning.
Hmm.
So I could send you like a little piece that's left over for
You
some
know,
ornament or something.
you know that fabric right there would be perfect for Scott's project.
Yes, but I already have an idea. I think a Mirabilia would be beautiful on it, or a Christmas cup, or a Halloween piece would be really pretty. Yeah, because
Like
you don't
a
want to cover
like
up
a
the whole fabric either.
like an ocean themed memorabilia on that one.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So there's, a bunch of the mermaids and stuff would be, oh gosh, that would just be stunning on there. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
So then I belong to Grand Stitchery has the Atomic Ranch Fabric Club this year that I joined. And so this month I get 18 count. And this month it's called Amber Waves. I really love it. It's kind of a tannish, got a little tint of yellow. This would be beautiful for a sampler.
That is pretty.
So that one's really, really pretty. And that's a 17 by 26. So those are the clubs that I got. And then I did get a lady from our embroiders guild at our last meeting. She's starting to downsize a little bit. So she brought a bunch of patterns for everybody to like to go through and take home. And we do that a lot with the Embroiders Guild. Like we'll have usually 1 month a year where we all bring stuff that we know we're not going to stitch, we're not going to do. And so we can kind of share our patterns and they go to, another good home within our group. So I got two of them this year. So the first one,
Well,
because I
you
love
definitely
Glendon
sent a
Place.
lot of patterns to a good home here.
Yes. So this was one of them that I got was the Glendon Place, and this is called Woodland Wonder. And I thought that one is really, really pretty.
I
I
haven't
love the
actually got
reindeer.
any of I haven't
I love the antlers.
yeah.
It's
I
really,
haven't
really
actually
pretty.
got any of the Glendon Place ones, but I have a lot of them on my Garon Stitchery wish list because a
Yeah.
lot of them are just
Yeah,
so
I
cute.
really like hers. One of them I'm getting on my Nashville Network or Nashville Needlework list is the Hungarian folk art number 4. And it's really what it is. It's like Easter eggs in this beautiful basket. So I'm excited. I can't wait to get that one. And then I got JB Designs. I picked this one up from the lady. She, we're from Michigan originally, and we call Michigan the mitten. And I've done a couple JBW designs for my mom. I've done some of the rounds. I did right, exactly. Yeah, here we go. Here's where we're from. Um, so I did the dogs in the round for her, and I've done the rabbits. And yep, right about there is where we were born and we grew up. Yep. So this one I got, which I thought I'm gonna do for my mom again and myself as an ornament, but it's called the mitten. Isn't that like
That
perfect
is
for
cute.
Michigan? Isn't that adorable?
You need to
Yeah.
make one for me too.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna whip up a couple of these. I'm gonna send one to my
That's
mom,
cute.
and she lives in senior apartment, so she doesn't really have like a big tree. Well, grandma, she doesn't have a big tree. So she's got like this shelf with some hooks on it that she'll hang like little ornaments and stuff from. So I'm gonna make her this one
You know
so
what?
she can
If
hang
you
that
do
this year.
if you do one of those for me and Kayla, you should do like a mix of like purple and blue
I could, yeah. Hmm.
for our favorite
I'll probably
colors.
stick to the red for my mom because my mom loves red. And I may do the blue for us, on our tree, but it's just adorable with the trees and the reindeer and the rabbits and I thought it was
Mhm.
just so perfect. The mitten, I mean, that's, Michigan's known as the mitten. So yes, I'm excited about that. So it was just really special that she brought some stuff in and shared it with the rest of us. Um, then for anybody that follows Bothy Threads on me on the social media or their website, I've done a few of theirs. Um, and they have like Hannah Dale, which I really like her
My cat
patterns.
is all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
He's over there,
Yeah, he's
then
left
he's
the
over there,
window. He's
then he's
gone.
over here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that time. Mine, I think, is just soaking up the sun today, you know. So
He's just
yeah.
being a turd. He's pawing at everything.
Mhm. Yeah.
Gizmo.
So Bothy Threads came out, and so I got two of the Hannah Dales. A friend of mine that stitches, she loves these as well. So we just kind of combined our orders, so which was really fun. And this one I thought was just too adorable, not I couldn't pass up. And this is called So It Begins. So here is the spool with thread. Isn't that one just cute? And you can do it, then they included both threads, either the green or the red or the pink. And it includes the hoop, and includes everything. It's a kit. Um, so I just thought that that was absolutely adorable. And it is on Ada. It's on a 14 count speckled Zoikart Ada. And so I thought it would just be cute. And that one thought would be good for traveling. I'll be flying to a retreat in May, and I could take that one on the airplane. And then the other one I got, I just couldn't. This reminded me, just like mom and son, and had to kind of get this for Michael and I. So
Aw,
it's
that is
isn't
so
that
cute.
adorable? And it is called Snow Baby. But I'm like, oh, that's so neat. Like
The,
Mama Bear and her little
that
baby.
little polar bear, he's
Yeah.
just like, I'm just chilling up here.
Yeah. Isn't it cute? So I got that one too. And then, this comes with everything. So it comes with all the thread, and it comes with, I don't know if you can see the little speckles on her fabric.
Yeah,
I really like that because the
you're
speckles on her the fabric that they include, it makes it even better. It's just so
you're
cute.
gonna have fun with
So that's what
those
I
white
got
and
for
cream
haul.
colors. They are very
Hmm.
close in color.
Yeah, so they're more of like gray and cream. So there's like multiple shades of gray and cream. Yeah, yeah. But I like the
You're gonna have
fact
fun with
that
that one.
they're all separated. I don't have to separate them. That's what I
Yeah,
really like. They're all separated already, so that I
that's
don't
what I
have to
like
try to
about
figure that out. Hmm.
B&B.
Yep.
Everything is
Yeah, especially, when you get a kit like that, especially like Mill Hill kits, you have to separate the thread. Sometimes I have to do it in daylight, especially if there's like three or four grays, or there's something that's really light. I have to have that natural daylight to separate everything to make sure that, I don't mess
yeah,
up. And I have a piece of hair not cooperating. Okay.
I know
So yeah, so that's
Dimensions didn't always do it because I had a couple small projects back around the time me and Kayla got married that
mhm.
they just came as like a big ball
Right,
and you
right.
had to like
And I think
separate
they're
it
doing
and
more separating too. I think they're starting to do more. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Um, yeah. So that was my haul. And then next video we should have, both of us should have our Nashville needlework items. So that will be really fun. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited after seeing all the videos and the pictures and everything. I can't wait. Just
Can't wait to see
cannot
what you
wait.
got me because you
Um,
won't tell me.
I know I'm not going to tell him. I'm going to send it as a surprise. Maybe it will come kitted already. So you'll have to wait. So everyone, you'll have to come back and see what he gets. So that will be exciting. Um, so yeah, so a couple of the Nashville, the other one I know I got too was the Erica Michaels United We Stand, um, which I'm excited to get that one. And I got a few others, but there were
I saw
so
that
many.
one
It
and
was hard to make a decision. Like,
that one is gonna be
so,
gorgeous.
yeah. And I love Blackbird. So it's gonna be really, really nice.
Mhm.
So into our plans. I actually should get quite a bit of stitching next week. I explained I have some retreats coming up. I'm kind of signed up for a few this year, more than I ever have. I usually attend two a year, and usually not well, two, maybe three, depends because our embroiders guild always has like a weekend away. So with
Hmm.
that, I have four this year. I have four. So I leave on Thursday morning for Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and with a couple of our embroidery guild ladies, our LNS that used to have a brick and mortar, who now is out of her home, is going to be doing a retreat down at the Amishville Hotel in Lancaster. Beautiful area down there, absolutely beautiful. Going to the gal that's going with me, we're going to do hit some of the fabric stores because they're just wonderful down there, and see about if we can get into the LNS that's over in Lancaster. I'm not sure if she's still open, so I need to check on that. So we're hoping to get over there while we're at the retreat, and hopefully I can move some of my WhipGo projects along and complete a couple squares. That's my goal. I hope I can do that. And then in April, we're in Greek Peak, New York, which is a ski resort that one of our embroidered ladies knows the person there. So we're going to go there for the weekend, a Thursday through Sunday. And we have another embroidered guild chapter that's coming with us. So that's going to be really fun. So we're going to have a good time there again. We went last year. Um, and then in May, I'm heading to Garand Stitchery in Florida. I'm going to go see some of my family in Florida first, and then head over to Garand Stitchery's retreat, Stitching in the Wild. And I think they may have a few, I think they have some more openings. I'm not sure, but if you're interested, definitely check them out. That's going to be a fun one too. And then obviously StitchCon in June. I was super excited to get back into that. Table 18 that was there last year where I sat, we're coming back this year, most of us. So we're hoping our goal is to be able to sit at table 18 again. So we're hopefully going to get there early at registration and nab table 18. That's our goal. So I'm super excited about that, to see them all again. And we've started our own messenger group after StitchCon last year, and we've stayed in touch all year, and it's been super fun. And one of the ladies from our table is going to Garon Stitchery's retreat. So that's going to be, so I'm just super excited. The stitching community is just amazing, absolutely amazing. And I'm so blessed to be part of that, and being able to, attend those two retreats this year. So I'm super excited.
Well,
Although I
well,
really
don't
need to
leave
get started
out.
on my smalls. Hmm?
Don't leave out. You're coming to visit us first.
Oh yeah. So in June, like I did last year for StitchCon, except last year I went to Cincinnati a few days early, and Michael and Kayla came from Indianapolis and stayed with me, and we went and did the zoo and the aquarium. Oh, that was so much fun. Going to the aquarium and to the zoo, and we went downtown and we did some stuff. But this year, I'm going to go to Indiana. My mom is coming down from Michigan at the same time, so her and I are going to spend 4 days with Michael and Kayla. So that's
That'd
going to
be
be great.
great.
Michael has to work, but we'll see him around that. And there's just some things I like to do in Indiana, like the Brown County, and to go downtown, Indianapolis. I think we're going to go down to the canal this year and walk around and just do some things. I used to work in downtown
Well,
Indy, so a lot
you
of the
gotta hit
gals I
Fancy
worked with.
Works.
Yep. And then there's
Duh.
Fancy Works in Bloomington. That's got to be a stop. Um, but probably stop at my old employer. A lot of my people that I worked with are still there. So I'm probably gonna stop in and say hello to a few of them. So yeah, I'm excited. So we're gonna go spend a few days with Michael and Kayla, and then I'll head an hour and a half back to Cincinnati and get with a couple stitchers there and get ready for StitchCon. So that's awesome. But I really need to get my smalls going. I'm a little behind in that. I think I know what I want to do, so I need to do that this week, get my smalls in order for the Florida and StitchCon retreat. So that's really my plans is for the next 2 weeks. And Michael, what do you have going on?
So, um, I'm gonna be focused on B&B. I want to get that done. I want to
Mhm.
get that clear. Because I've been enjoying it, and I know she will absolutely love having it.
Oh, she's gonna love
Um,
it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
um, I mean, and like the picture on the front of the project, I mean, it just doesn't give it any justice. Like as y'all can see, I mean, it's just coming out beautiful.
Right.
Um, I'm hoping to maybe start on my whip goes. We'll see.
Mhm.
Um, and I also want to do kind of like a poll, see how many of you guys would be interested in maybe on our next video or the one after, me possibly doing a small parking demonstration. Um,
Mhm.
so because I mean I don't use it like on smaller projects like the Beauty and the Beast or
Right.
like the
Mhm.
Be a Light project I did for my mother-in-law. But like the big um full coverage projects I do, it's a
Mhm.
time saver. So if there's
Right.
any of you that are interested or don't know what it is and kind of want to see what it all entails, um, just comment and me and mom can plan a video and we'll break some time for me to be able to do that real quick.
Right. Yep. And we could even get together and just do a short on that too, on the parking. Yep. Yep. So, yeah, that would be great because there are some people that maybe are a little nervous in doing it, like me. I've tried to do it and it gets so I get
I was
confused with all the threads that are there and holding them to the side. Yeah. So that would be great.
I was very nervous with it a few different times. I had tried it and I was like, this isn't working for me. I can't do this. And so I would get away from it. Well, then I found a video that explained it very clearly
Mhm.
and then I started doing it and I've done it ever since. Um,
Great.
and and sometimes the threads can be a little annoying because they're different lengths
Mhm.
at times, but for the most part, I feel it's a time saver on bigger projects.
That's great. Yeah. I would love to have you do that. Yeah. Maybe in the next video or the next, yeah. So definitely comment and let us know if you want to have Michael demonstrate that because that would be wonderful. And as always, leave us any comments or questions that you have. Our email's below too if you want to email, anything to us.
Yep.
That would be great. Yep. Yeah, so I get that is, I think, it for us this time. And I know Michael will have probably edit the video and maybe throw in some of our snow pictures at the end. And so we hope that you guys have a wonderful stitchy couple weeks, that you get what you want done, and hopefully we'll have some really good progress. At least I'll have some really good progress from going to the retreat. It really depends on how much I talk. If I talk too much, I'm not going to get very much done, but I have goals. So, and I'm only taking 3 projects because I have a tendency to go to a retreat and like take like 7 or 8 projects. Oh yeah, I'm going to get those. Oh yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah, that doesn't usually happen. So I'm going to be much more realistic this time. I'm going to take 3 or 4 projects to the retreat this week and we'll see how I do, which will be my WIPCO projects and see how I do. So,
I don't think I will, but my goal is to try and have Beauty and the Beast finished by our next video.
yep. And I
We'll
think
see.
you will. I mean, it's going so fast and it's beautiful. I love the blue. The blue is just gorgeous.
Hmm.
Absolutely gorgeous. All right, well, then we will see you in 2 weeks, and we hope that all
Oh,
of you have a
and
wonderful.
before we leave, I think something that's kind of with me, you know, you talked about being a sometimes a center stitcher or a bottom right stitcher.
Mhm.
I found
Yep.
out I don't think I'm a specific one
Okay.
because like with Dad's project, I started at the center and then I kind of went like I've kind of gone
You
like
worked out from the center. Oh, and you're making a
this.
circle. Okay.
Um, and then like um on Crystal's project, I kinda like I did in blocks in some areas, and then I
Mm-hmm.
just did like a full color in one area, and then like with the Beauty and the Beast, um, I because it's one page and it's folded. I'm starting
Mm-hmm.
at that fold, and I've just
Yep.
kind of been just going with one color and just go filling in that whole color.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I don't like what would you call me? I'm not like in a
Well, you
box.
still are starting in the center of somewhat, and you're working out. And that's what happens. You can start in the center, excuse me, and that's what I do. So I start in the center and then I work my way out, and then I either work my way up or I work my way down. So that's what you're doing. You're starting in the center and then you're just you're
So
working your way up.
so a good way to explain it is like the blue. So like I had the gold color here, and then I got to this
Hmm.
dark blue. So I went whoop, and I came over here and I went whoop, and then I
Hmm.
filled in all this blue over here. So
Right. So
like
as soon as you get that centerpiece started, then you can work out from that. So that's what you're doing. You started in the center and got your little main, say some of your main stitching in the center done. And then you took your pattern and you started working out. So when you have blue on one side, oh, I've got enough stitch so I can go put blue on the other side. And it helps you count because you have that centerpiece already in there.
it's true.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
But yeah,
So
like on
since
this
you
Beauty
have
and
that
the
little centerpiece, then you can count from each side and put your other colors, or you can count out farther into different areas and do some stitching.
so like
Hmm.
so like that one I've just been like get a color and then I just run it until
Right.
I've finished all that
Yeah.
color.
Hmm. And sometimes if I pick a color, say like I had picked the blue, I'll stitch all of that piece of thread of blue, and then I'll go to another one and stitch that whole piece, even if I have to go put a couple stitches in another area. And sometimes I'll use the pin stitch to get started. It just depends. So it depends on your pattern. For me personally, depends on my pattern of what I'm doing. But what you're doing is perfect. You started in the center and you're working out and you're putting colors, on both sides as you go along. I think that's great. But that'd be great for some of our viewers to comment. Are you center, a bottom right, a bottom left, or you have any advice for Michael? You know, as a new stitcher, I know how I stitch and how I taught him, but maybe you all have some great ideas for him as a newer stitcher. That would be great to offer those to him.
Because I feel like depending on the project, I kind of just stitch how I think it's gonna make it the easiest, and I'm gonna use the
Hmm.
least amount of thread.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And that's part of your stitching and it bringing you joy. And where do you want to start? And then once you get started, it just starts coming to life. And that's what's happening with yours. It's really, you start in the center and you're working on the outside and up. And it's just starting now to come to life with all those beautiful colors. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Awesome. It's going to be beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I can't wait till you're done. Maybe you should make me one.
Do you like Beauty and the Beast?
I do. I love Beauty. That's one of my favorites. Yeah. I would love to see that one on Broadway sometime. Yeah.
Well,
I really do
well,
enjoy it.
she's gonna let me keep the pattern, so maybe I can go back through and
Yeah. Well,
restitch it
no
for you.
hurry. No pressure. No hurry. My birthday's in August. Just saying.
I'm busting this one out pretty
So,
quick. I guess before
yeah.
I start anything else, I could bust out a second one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're funny. All right. Well, I think we're gonna let everyone go and have a wonderful couple weeks. Hopefully spring will spring soon. But this is our last major snow here. So everyone have a wonderful time and we'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye.
Me and Gizmo say farewell.
Yep.